G'day Internet, Luke here. Today we're having a look at Counter-Strike and the latest changes to some certain things. The things I want to talk about, in fact, are the pistols and the different sounds that they make. So let's jump right into the dual Berettas. So, I believe these to be a 9mm gun. They used to sound terrible, I've never liked the sound of them, and now they sound like this. Obviously it's going to depend a little bit on what speakers you've got, what headphones you've got, and all that sort of jazz, but really, I mean, it's going to sound very similar for everyone. And to me, I have a bass boost on my headphones, which I don't really like to use while I'm playing Counter-Strike. And even with that turned on, they still don't sound very bassy. But at the same time, I actually prefer the sound of these guns now than what they sounded before, although I feel like they could still be improved quite a bit. I just want to quickly mention that the Desert Eagle has not been changed. It still sounds beastly, and it is beastly. Okay, next gun on my list to have a listen to is the 5.7, and I've had a few games. I've actually been playing the 5.7 a lot more, and I'll explain why. And it's a bit of a weird thing. The changes to sounds can make you feel differently about a particular gun. Well, maybe it's not that weird, but it's definitely a thing. So I'm sorry if you can't hear me talk while I'm actually shooting. I don't know, there's something about the sound of this gun that I quite like. It's a bit closer to what it would sound like in real life, I feel. Maybe through, you know, some earmuffs or something like that. And yeah, I quite like it. The sound of the 5.7 before was a little bit, I don't know how to explain sounds very well, but pingy? Something like that. It didn't really have much grunt to it, didn't really have much low end, but this is it. So before I change up my loadout to get the CZ out, to listen to the changes in that, this is the P250, my beloved P250. I've loved this gun for a long time now. It's so accurate, and you know, if you're good enough shot, you can kill people in 2 hits from ages away and 1 hit if you're close. But now, I don't know if I approve of this sound. It's just completely lacking. I don't know. Maybe if I go down... No, it just... I don't know if they've ruined the gun completely for me, or I don't know what. I'm just not a big fan of it anymore. And you know what? It actually makes me play the gun less, which is really weird. It actually makes me perform less headshots with it. I don't know, it just... I've been missing shots left, right and center with it. I used to be on point. And now it just feels really lacking. Anyway, let's change over and get the CZ out. Okay, and here it is, the CZ or CZ, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from, in all of its glory. I feel like it kind of got the same treatment as the P250, and it now sounds like some sort of toy. Whereas before it did have a bit more of a bigger bang to it, I guess. It sounds like it's silenced. And I believe that's like a flash, what's it called, like a muzzle something. It's something on the end so that the air blast goes out the sides rather than out the end. And I can't remember what it does. It's got something to do with the velocity of the bullet or something like that. But anyway, it's definitely not a silenced gun, but it kind of sounds like it. I'm not a big fan, but I don't use the gun anyway. Let me know what you guys think. Let's move over to T-side. Okay, so on this side we've only really got the one gun to look at that's different, and it is the Tech 9, and I have the Darude version, and I've only got 63 kills with it. Don't really use this gun, although I have been starting to use it more since the change of the P250, and I actually really like the sound of this gun. I don't know why. I can't really explain it very well because, you know, why do you like a taste? Why do you like a sound? It's just personal preference possibly, but hopefully most people will agree that actually really this, I don't know, the sound of this gun just kind of suits it. It's supposed to be that sort of spammy, sort of, not like Desert Eagle, like boom sort of gun. Yep, I just like it. That's it. So I'm disappointed with the P250. I like the 5.7. I love the Tech 9. The dual Berettas and the CZ. I like the dual Beretta change. It doesn't really bother me though. The change in the CZ doesn't bother me at all, although I don't like it. And what am I missing? Okay, so this is the last thing that I wanted to quickly touch on. You would think that whilst they're in the middle of changing sounds for guns, you know, silenced USB sounds fine, whatever. But this, really? It honestly sounds like a sound from Counter-Strike 1.5. I don't know if it's just me or if that just sounds really low quality, really terrible. I just think if they're in the middle of changing gun sounds, maybe they could do this. I know it's not that popular. People don't really take the silencer off very often. There are some people that do it. I just think it's definitely something that should be changed because I'm not a big fan of it. Very similar story with the M4A1S without its silencer, but that's for another video. Alright guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. So I'll try to get good lighting when I can, but my house is not exactly a studio. Most days I'll pretty much just be ranting, I guess.